swear on anything that it happened exactly the way you remember it. Here is the unsettling part. It almost certainly did not. Not exactly. Not even close in some cases. Your brain has been quietly editing the past for your entire life, and it never once asked for your permission, and it never told you it was happening. For most of human history, people assume memory worked like a video recording. You experience something, your brain presses record, and forever after you can press play and watch it back exactly as it happened. This idea feels obvious because it matches how memory feels from the inside. When you remember something, it feels solid, complete, certain. But decades of psychological research have proven that this feeling of certainty is one of the biggest illusions the human mind produces. Memory does not work like a recording. It works like a reconstruction. Every single time you recall a memory, your brain is not pulling up a fixed file and playing it back. It is rebuilding the memory from scratch, using fragments, assumptions, and whatever information happens to be available to you at that moment. And every time you rebuild, the new version replaces the old one in storage. This means the simple act of remembering something can quietly change it forever. The scientist most responsible for proving this is a psychologist named Elizabeth Loftus, and her research has completely reshaped how courts, therapists, and scientists think about memory. In one of her most famous experiments, she showed participants a film of a car accident. Afterward, she asked different groups the same basic question, but changed a single word each time. She asked how fast the cars were going when they hit each other. For another group, she asked how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other. That one word completely changed how people remembered the accident. The group, given the word smashed, reported significantly higher speed estimates. And a week later, participants who heard the word smashed were also more likely to falsely remember seeing broken glass at the scene, even though there was none in the footage at all. This phenomenon is now known as the misinformation effect, and it shows something genuinely strange about how your mind operates. A single word introduced after the fact was enough to physically alter what people believed they had seen with their own eyes. Their brains did not just misremember a detail. They generated an entirely new piece of visual memory, broken glass that never existed, and they recalled it with full confidence. If a single word can do that, you can imagine what years of retelling a story, watching related movies, talking to family members, or even just daydreaming about a memory can do to it over time. Each time you revisit a memory, new information seeps in. Sometimes it comes from things you have seen or heard since the original event. Sometimes it comes from your own imagination, filling in gaps your brain did not bother to store in the first place. And your brain stitches all of it together seamlessly, with no warning label attached, so the final result feels exactly as real as the parts that actually happened. This is not a flaw that only affects unreliable or forgetful people. It happens to everyone, including people with exceptional memories, including scientists who study memory for a living. The brain was never built to store perfect records of the past. It was built to extract useful patterns from experience efficiently, which means accuracy was never actually the priority. Your brain treats memory the way a sloppy editor treats a manuscript, willing to cut, paste, and rewrite whenever it seems convenient, as long as the final story feels coherent. This becomes especially dangerous in situations where memory accuracy actually matters in the real world. Like in courtrooms, eyewitness testimony has historically been treated as some of the most powerful evidence a jury can hear. A witness who confidently identifies a suspect feels like undeniable proof. But confidence and accuracy are not the same thing, and decades of research have shown they are barely related at all. People can be completely wrong about what they saw while feeling 100% certain they are right. The Innocence Project, an organization that uses DNA evidence to overturn wrongful convictions, has found that mistaken eyewitness identification played a role in the vast majority of the wrongful conviction cases they have helped overturn. Real people spent years, sometimes decades, in prison because someone else's memory, formed honestly and recalled with total sincerity, simply was not accurate. The witnesses were not lying. They were not trying to deceive.
Curiosity is never satisfied. You are in the right place. Subscribe to Curiosity Times and never stop questioning.